Welcome to Kota Bharu. I am at the northeastern-most point of Malaysia, here on the east coast. Thailand is about 25-30 kilometers away, just that way. And I am walking amongst the streets. It's 8:30 a.m. Things start slow around here. Actually, they start slow all the way up the east coast. There hasn't been many coffee shops or morning places, apart from the few like this one, which is pretty good, that open up. I even went to Old Town White Coffee and that was closed. It's good to get an understanding of how things work, but I'm starting to see shop vendors opening up their roller doors and life has commenced. Welcome to Kota Bharu. Today's going to be an interesting day. I've entered the Pasar Siti Khadijah marketplace, and this place is really special. It's named after the Prophet Muhammad's wife, who was an entrepreneur at the time, back in the day, and as a result, that name honors the women, vendors and traders here that are selling goods, whether it's fruit, vegetables, wheat, rice, grain, clothing, textiles, you name it. This place is run by women. There's some men as well, but not as much. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, my brother? You want to say hello? You want to say hello? No? That's okay. What are you selling? Is it a traditional Malay spice? No? That's spice, right? Spice, yeah. Okay. As I walk through the bazaar, it is alive with colour and energy, and I am in the mood to explore and understand more about this important marketplace here in the heart of Kota Bharu. It's more than just a market. It's where the uncles and aunties and the children and the teenagers and the 20-somethings meet, gossip, talk about life, share ideas, and also do their shopping. It's a big cultural and community hub, and I am standing right in the middle of it. One of the prominent architectural designs of this place is the fact that it's designed in the shape of an octagon. The octagon shape allows the airflow to be more efficient, and hence that's why it's cool in here. They still have one of those big industrial fans up the top. There you go. That just helps move along the air a little bit more. In the middle here, we have all of the fruit and vegetables right here. On the flanks, the outside, like behind me, we have the fish. I can smell it. And as you head up to the top, there's gold, textiles, gifts, and more. All the lovely lady vendors behind me working hard, empowering women in the workplace, very entrepreneurial, all of them. The men come to buy, the ladies are selling. So how often do you see a market like that? It's all about the women here today, empowering women. Look at this, the women are even the butchers, chopping up chickens, fish. Assalamu alaikum. What are you selling? What are you selling today? Chicken. Ayam. Ayam. We're selling ayam. No speak Malay.
I no speak English.
You English good. Bagus, bagus. English bagus. Okay, assalamu alaikum.
Ada orang Iran.
Language is important. To be able to communicate, you need to be able to speak the language. I find that the further east you go in Malaysia, I find at times that there's not as much English spoken, but hey, I'm not complaining. That's my fault. I need to learn how to speak Malay. More, I should say, because I know a little bit of Malay, enough to kind of get around and say, you know, hot or cold, or where you're from, and you know, very good, etc. Little basic words, but I need to make more of an effort to learn Malay so I can communicate better. Speak the language, you open up a world of opportunities for yourself. If you don't, Google Translate maybe. Now it's time to visit the historical quarter of the city to absorb some of the culture. I am in an 18th century palace here in Kota Bharu that was built by the Sultan, and I've been looking at all of these beautiful artifacts, costumes, textiles, and it's all fascinating. Have a look at the copper work over here. Beautiful. It's definitely a different era, and you feel that as you come inside. Sometimes I think, wow, I wish we can go back to that time. So simple. Things were probably easier, but there probably is one thing that wasn't as easy, and that's going up these stairs. Well, maybe people weren't as big as I was now. We were a little bit slimmer. We ate less sugar, less pastry, less soft drinks. So it was very easy to navigate up these stairs. These days, we're bigger, we're stronger, maybe more puffier at times. Let's see if we can navigate up these stairs and get up to the top in a timely fashion. But not only that, I've just looked up at the roof, and the roof is timber. The second level is timber. Is that going to hold me up? Old palaces made for thin bodies. Not for today. Not for the Western man of today, I should add. Let's give this a go. Wow. I think it's brass. Very solid. Okay. Not as bad as I thought. It's actually quite wide, and I do fit in the staircase. So that's a good thing. Watch my head. Whoop. Watch my backpack. There we go. We're nearly there. Okay, we made it to the top. And yes, I was right. The floors are timber. Polished timber floors. And if I was to look down, there's the staircase. Don't look down. You might get dizzy. The fan. It is hot today, very hot. Kota Bharu is very hot, guys. I love this room. This must be the dining table. Back in the old days, people would sit on the floor, probably on these little couches, no backrest, and the food was served on these little stumps. They're actually little stumps with the lintel and the cloth on top, and then they'd sit the food on top. That one there has got a roast chicken. Different time, different place. No mobile phones at the table back then. But there is a sword there. Wonder what that's doing there. There it is. Anyone that touches their mobile phone at the table, chop. What I love about the old days is everything was served, or most things were served, in these copper pots. No plastic, no glass. Everything was preserved in these copper pots. Have you ever had water in a small brass cup or copper cup? It keeps it very cold, and it's very, very quench thirsting. The palace is quite enjoyable and keeps you out of the heat from outside. But don't forget to check out the area because it's full of history. Next door to the palace is the handicraft market. Here you'll find a lot of Malay culture on display, including buildings, architecture, batik, arts and more. Time to move on to our last destination for the day, Pelangi village. I'm walking through the Kampung Pelangi village. This village is a modest fishing village, always has been. And in the late 2010s, it was transformed. It was actually an initiative by the women's group, transformed this village and painted it in different colours, a bit like the Gamcheon cultural village in Korea, to attract tourism.
Bro.
How are you?
I named Daniel.
Daniel? Assalamualaikum, Daniel.
Waalaikumsalam.
How are you? Darah Mani?
No.
No?
I want balik rumah.
Okay. Ronaldo or Messi?
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo?
Neymar.
Messi then Ronaldo, or Neymar, Ronaldo, Messi?
Neymar.
Okay. Terima kasih.
It's number
Where are
10.
you from?
Australia.
Oh. It's best.
Yeah.
Sekali.
Okay.
Yes. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Post on TikTok.
YouTube. There you go. Young kids riding motorbikes, not bad. Okay, there's a car coming through. I think he's waiting for me to get off the bridge. This is the only bridge in and out of the village. So you can see the colours already behind me and up here. The women's group initiated the painting of this village in order to attract more tourism. Let's walk through and see if it has worked and if anybody's here. Wow, this is traditional life. Look at this. I feel like I've stepped back in time 100 years. This is village life. Traditional timber buildings built in a particular style. Wow. Assalamualaikum. You can't get more authentic than this. Rainbow colours on the buildings. Built up on stilts. In the old days there was a lot of flooding, so the houses were also elevated. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Good.
Yeah. I am looking at your beautiful kampung. I love the colours. Very nice. Is there somewhere in the village, in the kampung I should go, or this is it? This is it?
Easy.
Nowhere else to see? Just here?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, I will have a look.
Okay.
Terima kasih.
Sama-sama.
Look at that. If you're in Kota Bharu or anywhere in Malaysia and you've got the opportunity to walk into a kampung, do it. Don't feel scared. Don't feel set back for any type of reason. It's just people living in a village. Kampung means village. And they're super friendly. They're very welcoming, as long as you're doing the right thing. Have a chat to them, smile, ask them how their day's going. Look how peaceful this is. And right in front of me is the river. The river is right in front of me, and I'm guessing in the old days, being a fishing village, they would have just walked across over here, jumped on their small boats, and down the river they went. Right behind the Pelangi Kampung is the Kelantan River. 248 kilometers long this river is, and it flows into the South China Sea. Quite a mighty river, because during the monsoon season it floods, and I'm guessing this is the reason why they've built this flood wall. I'm guessing in the old days that water would have just come straight in and gone into the village, hence the reason why a lot of the homes in the village are elevated. Possibly no need for the elevation anymore. Not too sure how much it floods, but It is quite a wide river as well, and it flows all the way down through Kota Bharu and beyond. Such a peaceful village. Kampung, I should add. Only about a 10-minute walk from downtown Kota Bharu. Everything is in close proximity here. I love these old style homes. This one doesn't have the colours on there, but it's really beautiful, and I'm guessing it's one of the newer ones. Rumah Melayu Tradisional. That's what they call these homes, but there are also other traditional names as well, specific to this kampung, which they call them. I'll put them here at the bottom so you can see those names also. And the name is actually given to this type of home in accordance to how it's built. These houses generally are built on 12 pillars. They have a veranda for socializing, and I've seen that on some of the other ones, and they're elevated so they're not suspect to flooding. Very nice. I think there's a storm brewing. I can hear some storming in the distance. I hope I don't get caught up in it. This house has broken the norm and is actually half brick. Look at that one. It's got a timber second level and a brick first level. Looks really cool. I take my hat off to the locals for trying to instill a bit of more life into their kampung with the bright colours. I'm not sure where the initiative is up to at the moment, but the bright colours are a great way to get people here. But for me, it's not all about that. It's more so about understanding and trying to get an indication of what these traditional Malaysian houses look like and what people do in the villages. If you know me from my previous videos, I always like venturing out into the kampungs, the villages, and seeing what people are up to. Depending on what type of day you go there, depending on what time of day you go there, there could be activity. Today, it's about 3:30, 4 o'clock at the moment, and yeah, there's a few motorbikes coming in and out, but not much activity in the village as such. I must admit, one of the great things of walking through a kampung are the beautiful aromas that float out from the buildings, the homes I should say, and into these little streets in between the houses. Some delicious cooking with some exotic spices definitely going on in each of these homes, possibly getting ready for tonight's dinner, and that's also making me hungry at the same time. Assalamualaikum. Boy, have those smells made me hungry. Look at the wilderness. Okay, so the storms are going to get pretty serious soon, so I think I need to get a cab out of here quickly. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our tour of Kota Bharu has come to an end. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all of my adventures. And as always, a big adios from your friend, the Hausmeister.